Welcome back to part 3 of session 34 of the Bastard Smalls. The storm has been much intense. You can hear the rain hitting hitting the slates of the on top of the roof as it comes tumbling down the sides. A flash of lightning in the distance of the rumble of thunder. Even to the point that, even though really something affecting the lights inside the place, the lights flicker for a moment. And outside the estate, two figures stand. Anyone watching for the windows, or what's just like?
Magpie is, because
Would
she
you
does
consider? Oh, sorry. Go. You go.
because she tends to be a lookout. What's Omnius doing?
Would you consider this to be dim light?
It's going into night, so yep.
All right. He is also watching because he has advantage on stealth in dim light.
Nice.
So it's basically watching the events from either first floor up or second. You see the two figures approach. One's standing tall and proud. They're basically blackened against the rain and the darkness. The other stumbles forward, hunched over. They stop in front of the main doorway, looking up. And for you two, you notice there's what looked to be a plaque above the doorway. Doorway only was blank. And for those currently with von Bismarck, he checks a stopwatch, a pocket watch, then he pulls a rope. And for those outside, they see the plaque fall downwards. And written on it is, "All is welcome."
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Bullshit, you fool. Von Bismarck, how does this strap work?
Just get him down to the basement.
Can you survive it?
I will survive.
There has been enough death this day.
We say that, but it keeps coming. This way, the quota drops a little.
The less death, the better.
Outside,
Especially at the hands of that.
the tall, upright figure, he points. He whispers into the ear of the hunched over figure. There's a flash of lightning. You see Simon in better details for a moment. And then you see Carver, hunched over. A ragged mess of a man. Stringy muscled, sunken eyes, yellow eyes glaring out like an angry beast. Dirty blonde hair stuck to the sides of his face. Clad only in work trousers and a coat. Around his wrist are metal shackles, and around his throat a matching one. Simon puts a whistle to his lips and blows. And moments later, the front doors crack and snap as Carver launched himself forward and went through the doors like they were nothing. Howling like a beast. And for anyone around, they would have witnessed him leaping towards the first of the illusions. Howling in annoyance as one by one he went through each. Like an animal he is, but still smart enough to realise they're not real the moment he passes through them. He's passed through every one of them, and he howls aloud, throwing back his head and arms. And the howl just echoes all throughout the estate. Now, with the party, roll me a d6, please.
All right.
For
Hey-ho.
Magpie and Ominous, I will accept your highest roll between the pair of you since you're close to one another.
3.
Give me a sec. Three.
Yuki, where are you at the moment?
Probably down in the basement with, or wherever I am with the group near Bismarck.
You hear the howling. Also, make me a perception roll, please.
Okay. Yep, that's the red die. 15.
You spot a shadow that doesn't belong. It looks like it's trying to hide in the shadows of the furniture, but it notices you have seen it and then it legs it.
She chases after it.
You chase after it a good deal out of the basement, up into the upper floor, and then you see behind a closed door through frosted glass a darkened shadow just stepping in front of it. What do you do?
Yuki, okay, immediately turns invisible and backs away slowly.
The door suddenly slams open. The glass shatters as the door hits the wall behind it. And there you see the darkened figure of messy hair clad in a duster coat with piercing yellow eyes. A wet splat as he steps forward. And you notice the shadow is whispering to him.
Did I hear what it's saying?
No, it's just whispering too quietly. And then Carver raises his head, tilting his head like a curious wolf, sniffing the area. Make me a dexterity save, please.
Okay. Off. Natural 20 with a 5, so 25.
It's almost by instinct you just find yourself leaping out of the way as Carver leaps forward. With clawed hands, he lashes out that bite deep into the wooden walls. As he releases a hiss, he leaps forward as you just take that moment to throw yourself downwards onto the floor as he leaps over you. And almost like going on all fours, he just charges off down the corridor, tearing up the carpets below him with claws.
Yuki is going to go in the opposite direction, still staying invisible and as quietly as possible.
Ominous and Magpie, you hear the angry howls and the snarling as they go louder.
Magpie quickly casts Pass Without a Trace over her and Omnis, and psychically tells him, "Let's get out of here. We do not have time to disguise ourselves yet."
Omnis just I don't suppose you can see him, but he's nodding. But before they leave, he pulls out one of the sticks of dynamite. Is there a convenient hallway to throw it down?
There's the hallway outside you hear the howling coming from.
Throw it there!
Right. So he's gonna light it and throw it towards the howling as they run in the opposite direction.
As fast as possible!
Make me a dexterity save, the pair of you.
Right.
This isn't gonna be a standard combat affair.
That is a unnatural 20.
And I got 19.
You both get out just in time. And Ominous just lobs it. Lobs the lit dynamite just as Ominous just as Carver appears around the corner. It falls at his feet and you're out, turning about few corners when you hear the explosion going off. The sound of splintered wood, of falling stones, and angry howls of beast. Make me another dexterity save, the pair of you.
Oh my god.
All right.
$24.
22.
You just continue running down the corridor, just pushing down any sort of furniture that is possibly slow down Carver's comes storming behind you.
Oh my god. Protagonist! We're in a slasher movie now. Great!
Carver just doesn't necessarily go over it, he goes through the furniture, smashing it aside. It's slowing him down. Every time you reach the door, you just slam it shut. And you're about halfway through the corridor as you hear the doors just ripped off their hinges, wood splintering, glass shattered.
I don't suppose there's a chance that one of those wood splinters ends up in his heart.
No.
You do not have that feat.
I can use my Mage Hand Ledgermane to grab one of the wood splinters and try and stab it in the heart.
No, you couldn't. That's an attack.
Well, let's not poke the monster. Let's just poke it.
Do you want to give it a go?
No.
The chaotic part of me wants to, but the sensible part of me is saying keep running.
Magpie is running.
Make me one more dexterity save for the pair of you.
All right. $25. And that's also a nat 20.
Okay.
18.
Ominous spots basically what is a laundry chute and jumps down it. Magpie, you try to do the same, except for as you leap in, something grabs your leg and just throws you back against the wall. Roll me a d6, please.
Six. I'm guessing that's my damage.
You're out of action until this encounter comes to an end.
So she's KO'd. Is Carver going to attack her or anything while she's KO'd?
Oh, this is the attack.
Oh, is he going to go after her?
Like I said, you're out of action until this section comes to an end.
Oh, okay, so he's not going to bother with Magpie after this, is what I'm asking.
At least not until everyone else is out of action.
Yep. But
He has moving targets to deal with first.
But let's just say, this sucks.
You think?
Omnius pops out the bottom of the laundry chute. Get big, scary, coming fast.
You will be in the basement, so you're with Schiffos and Von Bismarck.
Magpie might be dead. Don't know.
She's not dead yet.
Yeah, he doesn't know that.
True.
All he knows is that Magpie did not follow him, and big, scary monster.
Where's Cry in all this?
Sai is trying to keep an eye on Yuki to the best of his ability. But because if there's potentially one thing that could distract Carver from his actual mission...
Make me a perception roll, please.
Alrighty. That would be a 22.
You see the shadows. They're just racing
Do-
about. They're racing about the place, and one basically meets you eye with non-existent eye.
Do I recognize them? I think I know the answer to that.
You know they are the eyes and ears of Carver. They're the only thing he really listens to without the whistle when on the hunt.
I see one and I kind of book it out of the way.
Make me
And I'm
Yes?
I'm pulling out that item I got earlier.
Yes.
So I'm running away from the shadows, but I'm having the item in question at the ready in my hand.
Make me a dexterity throw, please.
Make a what roll?
Dex save, please.
Dex save on it. Nat 20, 25.
You just dive out of the way just as a door explodes in front of you. And you get the very familiar sight of Carver as he just steps out in front of you. He just stands there for a moment as the lights just die around you. His yellow eyes meeting yours piercingly. And, What to roll? Make me an int roll, please.
An int roll?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see here. I swear I'm not making this up. That's another nat 20, 24.
Sai is on the ball today.
You fight back the memories of the instance of what you saw Carver was capable for the very first time. The stuff that gave you nightmares for a week. The stuff that made you glad you were wearing brown trousers at the time.
No, you see, it wasn't just my brown trousers. It was also Percy's brown trousers and Cousin Aloysius's brown trousers.
Oh, yeah.
He shat all of their pants simultaneously.
Aloysius the dragon is Sai's cousin?
Different Aloysius.
Sai has a large and ridiculous family.
And Omnius probably owes money to more than half.
Hello there, boy. Would you like a treat? Would you like a treat? shakes the item in question.
Carver just begins to lunge forwards. Roll whatever you think will do for this.
Can Omnius cast Minor Illusion on it to make it look like blue cobalt hand?
I mean, you're not in the same room as me at the moment.
I mean, Yuki, are you in the basement?
I'm not sure
There
where
are
Yuki
only
is now
three
after
people
that
in the-
dodge.
I think there are only 3 people in the basement right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shifrost, Bismarck, and
I
Omnis.
thought Yuki and Sai were in the basement too. Never mind.
Okay,
Oh,
so
they're up dodging shadows right now.
let's see. How do I want to do this? Let's see. This is going to be some sort of dex attack thing, I think. If you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking.
Some kind of throw attack.
Yeah.
That's a dex.
Okay, now the dice are trying to kill me. That's a 12.
You throw the flask. Carver doesn't even need to duck or dodge. He just flies past his head.
Well, shit. Run, 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 run!
Make me a dex roll, please.
Okay. Dex roll or dex save?
Save. I need to remember that.
That's a 15.
Roll me a d6.
Rolling a d6.
Just out of curiosity, the flask is non-magical, correct?
It is... You know, that's a question, actually. DM! What would you count that flask as?
But yeah, I see it as an abomination against reality itself, but let's just say yes, it's magical.
Okay. That was a question I had for a future thing I could potentially do, but if it's magical, I can't.
So that's a 4 on the d6.
We were going to do animating performance with that flask.
Cyrano is now taken out of action.
Oh, fuck!
Not as badly as Magpie, but he's been messed up.
Okay, just let me know when Magpie can wake up.
I can hear Yuki screaming.
Yuki's keeping as quiet as possible. Actually, what happened to that flask?
Yeah, did the flask break, or is it still in one piece?
What kind of flask was it, Manson?
Presumably, it was made out of something non-reactive. And possibly made of some metal not of this earth.
I want to know what's in the flask, but I feel like I shouldn't ask.
I think half of the party knows precisely what's in it.
Yep.
I've got a pretty good idea, yeah.
I have a thought of what it is.
It's currently lying on the floor. It's... You didn't notice at the time, but in your bloodied stage at the moment, you realise that flask isn't the same colour metal it was, and it's still changing colour. And the carpet is melting.
Yeah.
Flask or something?
It is a flask of holy water. Of a sort.
Yeah. Holy
It's been
fire
blessed.
water.
It has been blessed, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, by the
It is powered by the gods.
It is powered by the Great Pudding.
Oh, God. When did Okusan become a cleric?
You know, it's pretty going to take at least one ranking cloud down the line.
I still haven't told them up the head out of pure epic wavings. But I could do.
Oh,
His wisdom sword is awful, but anyway, moving on.
We couldn't hear you there. We could hear you through another microphone.
from a distance.
Tiptoe through the window.
All right, so Flask is
There we
on
go.
the floor. Okay.
And so is Sai. Sai and Magpie are currently tasting floor. Actually,
How
Magpie
does
more
it taste?
tasted. Wall tastes like drywall. It's gross.
Did you see how deep it was?
No, I think she went back first into it.
Darn.
In the basements, well, it's fairly obvious. You're seeing the shadows that come and go. They're pointing at the gathered party down there and almost laughing. Looks like they're laughing at you. Just skidding around, disappearing up the laundry chute through the corridors and whatnot. Von Bismarck just takes a deep breath, stands tall, has a wooden stake ready at hand.
I have a question. Do these shadows count as creatures?
They're creatures.
I cast Infestation on as many as I can.
It's an action, so it's one action per cast.
Since Carver's not here yet, I'm going to cast Infestation.
You see the sea lice singing, "We're sea lice on the moon." Just covering these shadows. They almost look like they're floating in air themselves before they start biting down, and the shadows just seem to disperse under the attack.
Don't you laugh at me. And I mean, I don't suppose Carver's taking damage, but if he is, he's getting moved 5 feet away from the building.
You don't see Carver. Or at least into about a few moments later, when the door to the basement swings open.
Well, hopefully by that time, I've had time to talk to Bismarck, tell him to snug up against the wall, where the door is, so you can't see him from the door. And Shifrost has his cloak of invisibility up at this point, and he's cast Major Image against the far back wall of the room to be another Bismarck, who is basically just sitting there the image is glowering at the door with a stake in hand. And with the other hands kind of making like a little bring it. Like just kind of got the palm, got the hand extended palm up, and he's waving towards himself.
The moment,
and he's told Bismarck, "You hide over there. As soon as you see the back of Carver, you can charge." Yeah, that.
Yeah. Bismarck. Carver just sees the illusion of Bismarck, and for those seeing him carve for the first time, he's a horrific image covered in burn marks, blood on his hands, around his mouth, across his bare chest. He takes a few steps forward before it just lunges forward, straight at the illusion of von Bismarck. Striking.
It's up to Bismarck to react to that, so.
Bismarck the real Bismarck just launches it forward. Just jumping immensely high for Kobold, just this stake in hand, screaming out Carver's name, or rather his title. And in a moment, Carver just spins around. The stake hits him in the shoulder, but at the same time, Carver's claw catches the Kobold in the stomach. He just gurgles, and von Bismarck just yells, "Everybody out!"
Wait,
At which point I cast Wall of Force and surround the two of them.
And as the Wall of Force wrecks around them, you witness as the Kobold melts into snow and later into water. And within it, a fragile-looking canister that just falls to the floor and shatters. Everyone give me a dex save, please.
Everyone in the basement or everyone in the house?
In the basement.
Is this to avoid being blinded?
To be avoid being blinded.
Okay.
Okay. What roll did you say it was? Dex or
Dex.
All right.
And
that
this
is
a save, correct?
Yep.
24.
You see what's coming and you manage to turn away in time, but you see the room turn white. Every shadow disappears, and the wash of flames and inhuman screams. And then the light is gone. You turning back?
I'm still down there in the basement,
Yep.
so...
Yeah, so am I.
No,
Power of the sun in the palm of his hand.
Turning back to look at the results, is what I mean.
I guess.
Yep, I'm looking in the bubble to see if anything's still moving in there.
You see the eyes staring back at anything still moving. Piercing, pretty yellow eyes. All his hair is gone. All the clothes are gone. His skin has been scorched red. You can see the state of his build. Stringy, yet strong. And he howls, slashing at the invisible walls. And that's when
Is the stake still in there?
It was incinerated.
Okay.
And that's when you hear someone shouting, "The estate's on fire!"
Pi and Sai are still incapacitated.
Yeah, but remember, Yuki's still upstairs. So she's been dragging him out of there. And I almost expect that the reason the estate's on fire is she found the flask.
Holy fire.
Holy hand grenade?
Omnius,
Pretty much.
I believe it is time for us to go. As fast as possible.
Omnius just nods rapidly. And just because he can, he's gonna... Can you cast spells through the Wall of Force?
Depends on the spell.
Yeah.
Tasha's Mind Whip?
Does that require line of sight? Because if it requires you to actually see the target, it can't hit even though you can see the target because it acts as full cover.
You can see within range.
Yeah, so you can't. Tasha's Mind Whip does nothing.
All right, so I'm not going to
If
cast
you,
that.
it's a weird thing. The way the ruling works is really weird. It acts like a solid wall, basically. You can see through it, but you can't. Anything that requires a target, you can't actually do.
I could still use disguise self to make myself look like Simon. Tell him to stand down.
That you could do. But yeah, he could hear you through the wall of force.
DM, am I allowed to do this?
You can try.
You can
Right.
certainly try.
Omnius is going to use it since Omnius is most likely hiding in the corner somewhere because he has advantage on stealth in dim light and is also stealthy.
There you go.
And also,
Uh,
just a tip: he's taken the target out, so he has no reason to hunt anymore.
I'm going to tell him to stay there until. Actually, wait, could I order him to just take himself out?
I doubt that.
I could try.
You can try.
I'm gonna try. Omnius cast disguise self to make himself look like
Simon.
Simon. And he walks up to the wall of force and looks Carver directly in the eyes and says, "You are to stay here until you die."
Carver's eyes now to mere slits as he just sniffs the air.
He's not going to smell much, other than burned him.
Oh, yeah.
Do I need to roll persuasion?
You've done the deed.
All right, I will roll persuasion. That is a 27 on a nat 20. Let's go.
Carver just stares at you.
And then Simon, Omnius, turns to leave. He has no idea if it worked.
Yeah.
But he's really hoping it did.
Lantern, how much time you have?
Not a ton, like maybe 15 minutes.
Okay, we wrap this up quickly.
Yeah.
Yuki is the one who has managed to drag both Magpie and Cyrano out. Carver has made a mess of them. And this case, Magpie needs attention or she's going to bleed out.
Your wounds.
She's not going to bleed out. Over the course of the night, the mansion burns down. Neither Simon or Carver or any remains have found of either. You are, however, greeted by von Bismarck. He apologizes for what he has done, but it was needed. He also pushes away his cloak, revealing that his right arm has been lost and replaced by a mechanical arm. Much like how Badger has lost his left arm. He expresses his thanks for all your help, and if there's anything he can help with it down the line, he's more than willing. He gives you a bow and says he'll make sure you have a pleasant journey home.
Did he give us more money?
You've been paid full.
Did Omnis get away?
We all made it.
Good. Like, Magpie's
Uh,
really weak.
If Omnius is there, he basically says, I don't know if Carver's dead. I really hope he is, because that was terrifying. But I did order him to stay down there until he dies.
Carver never dies.
Hmm.
Somehow I do not think he believed you.
There's a reason I
Well-
didn't try the Simon trick. He was sniffing the air. Must have a
Well,
dog-like sense of smell.
Don't think he could have sniffed through the big wall Shifrost put up.
Hamster ball 2 for 2.
That thing is very effective. And I wasn't even in it this time.
Shifrost is purposefully not bringing up just what Carver lived through.
Yeah, because that was like the equivalent of like a magical nuke.
Yeah,
My Omnius has now a deep set fear of Carver.
He should.
Mm.
The whole party does at this point.
Yeah, that is terrifying.
We got lucky. And we played smart.
Running away was the best option.
Glad you're safe, buddy.
Omnius does not know how to react to being called buddy. He doesn't really have any friends.
Meet Magpie. Friend!
Like, the most he's ever had for a friend is his singular criminal contact that still is nice to him.
if we have to actually fight Carver in future, I have one recommendation.
Don't.
Get your will ready.
I'll bring 2 magical nukes.
Make it 3.
Also, what's a
Shifrost
nuke?
is very disturbed at seeing him not die to that.
Imagine we have to end up hitting Carver to, like, the Tarask to finally kill him.
I think he would rip the Tarask apart from the inside at this rate.
Mm.
We don't need a dragon or an army of robots. We just gotta throw Carver at him.
That's what the family does.
Yeah.
No, I imagine Dr. Man's going to have some very interesting sessions coming up very soon.
Yeah. This Magpie's probably going to be laid up for a while, because that throw might have, like, broken a few bones, thinking about it.
Definitely a concussion out of it.
And Omnius still has 5 sticks of dynamite.
Good move throwing that dynamite, by the way. I think that bought us the time you could get away.
Well, it bought me the time. Sorry I couldn't have helped more.
Look, you got down there and you were able to help at least fight off Carver. That was more important. At least we both didn't get caught.
All I did was give them a warning. I didn't do much. He's kind of just like shuffling his feet. Like he really didn't do much. He went down, told them he was coming, and then hid.
To be fair, the fact that there were 2 of them might have given Omnis the time to get down there, and having the extra person to at least try to trick Carver.
Yeah. Also, I did get rid of the shadows.
Yeah. Yeah, we're laid up. We're all
Might
laid
want to
up.
visit the spa later. Just a hint.
Yeah, I need to, but free food.
Okay, I need to wrap this up. Get this guys up. Everyone gets us up to the port. Boards the ferry with support or not. The party rests up on the way home. And that's where we're going to leave it. So, because folks need to go.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye.
Later all.
Wait, Carver's right behind you!